What's up, guys? I'm finally back in Vegas, just kind of chilling today, taking it easy. Matt's here, but I have something super cool that I want to show you guys. Basically, there's these three guys, well, like two guys plus another guy. They're from Arizona. I've met them a bunch of times. They have like 4 or 5K subs on YouTube. Like, they're definitely growing. I've seen a few of their videos. Their content is like much better than the current subscriber count that they have to show for it. So basically, I'm giving them like my channel today to basically just kind of show you guys their collection. They're doing it in a super cool way. They're doing it like out of the trunks of their cars. I'm not going to say anything much else about it, but check them out. Make sure you go subscribe to them. The link will be down below. And if you guys didn't see from the last video, on May 20th, I'm giving away a pair of Oreo V2s. You don't have to subscribe to them. You don't have to do anything for them. I'm just giving them away in honor of 1 year of the channel. And if we hit 200K by then, I'll give away another pair.
What is happening, YouTube? B3TV and SHB views in for a video today. I just want to give a huge shout out to Wynn for allowing us to be on the channel and giving us the opportunity to showcase all of our shoes.
So we've been doing YouTube for a couple years now, me, myself for a while, and Bryson for a while as well. And today we just wanted to bring us together to show you guys what we have in store, especially as a team and especially as a collaborator as well.
This is something you guys have never seen on YouTube before, so we can't wait to show you. Let's get to it. Alright, so first up in the heat we have the LeBron 10 in the Crown Jewel colorway. Very limited release and something you don't see every day, but overall a great shoe. Next up we have the Adidas Yeezy 750 in the triple black colorway. I really like this colorway and how they designed this shoe, and it's a triple black, so you can wear it with almost anything. Over here we have the SNS Ultra Boost. This is the latest SNS collaboration that they did with Adidas, and I really like the way that they designed these shoes. Here we have the Jordan 1 in the black toe colorway. I really love this shoe just because the red and black goes really clean, and the design and fabric on these is super dope. One of my favorite Ultra Boosts, the Silver Metal LTD. These released in the Olympic Metal pack, and this is probably my favorite one out of all of them. Staying in the Ultra Boost line, we have the Silver Boost, which released during halftime in the Super Bowl. These kind of released before halftime. We were able to get our hands on these, and it was a super good pickup. Next we have the OVO 10 in the white colorway. Not a huge fan of the whites, more into the blacks, but overall a great shoe still. Speaking of the blacks, we also have the OVO 10s in the triple black colorway. These are definitely one of my favorites. Nike did a really good job in making these. Keeping it simple, we have the Core Black 2.0 Ultra Boost. This is definitely the easiest shoe to wear with anything, and it's an everyday shoe. Up next, one of my favorite pair of NMDs that I have is the French Beige NMDs. Definitely a super clean colorway, and something, like I say, something you don't see every day with these shoes. And the last shoe we have is the Gold Medal Ultra Boost that came along with the metal pack. We don't have the bronze ones, but we were able to get our hands on a pair of the silver and the gold medals. I'm really glad we were able to get our hands on these.
Alright guys, so starting up over here in my car, we have the Balenciaga Arena in a dark navy suede. Really do like these. It's more of my high fashion type of vibe, and I'm definitely wearing them a lot. After that, we have something that pretty much started off the all white trend. We have the Ultra Boost 1.0 in the black sole triple white colorway. Super comfortable, and it definitely made the Ultra Boost what they are now. Next up, we have the Air Jordan 4 in the teal colorway. Like I said about these ones, I do like it. The material's pretty interesting, but for myself, I probably wouldn't wear them. After that, we have a second pair of Air Jordan 10 OVO in the black colorway. Just like Brandon said, these are a super dope collab and one of my favorite 10s. This is the second release of the Bordeaux 7s. If you guys have not seen the original ones, I would compare them to these so you guys can see the changes. I personally do not like the 7s. These are definitely a dope colorway mixed together. If you guys like these, make sure you pick them up. Now after that, what I personally think is one of the cleanest colorways, we have the Chocolate 750. These are the sample versions, so you guys can see that they have a darker suede, and the sole is a little bit of a darker tint as well. Personally, I would go over the samples over the retail any day. This is the Adidas NMD in the Japan colorway. You can see we have the Japanese writing right there. I personally really like these just because of that dark charcoal, and you can wear them with pretty much everything. After that, we have the Adidas 3M Boost. These are super dope too, because especially you can see all the reflecting once you put them in lighting. Personally, I was kind of sad that I sold this pair, but I do want to look for them in my next collection as well. Something on the little more of a hype side, you can see that we have the Louis Vuitton loafers. These are a personal cop just because I want to be stunting every single time I go out to Vegas, so Wynn, shout out to you. I'll be wearing these when I see you. The Air Jordan 13 CP3 colorway. Like I said about these, I really don't mess with the 13s, but I do like how they incorporated the suede onto the midsole. The blue is just not for me, but for those that like CP3, this is definitely for you. These are the original colorway of the Jordan 12 in the French blue. I do really like these just because I am a really big 12 fan, and I do like the dark navy blue, just like how I like my Balenciagas as well. Personally, I wouldn't want to mess these up, so these would probably be staying dead stock in my collection. These are the military 4s. These I actually really like just because of the originality and the color. I did have the original ones before, but I did have to let them go, so seeing these back again definitely brings back some memories. Now, one of my favorite colorways that aren't really an original retro are the Jordan 1 Mellow with that gold and that black nubuck. You just really can't go wrong, especially if you're trying to stunt. You definitely need to pick these up. Up next, we have 3 of the best LeBron 12 colorways in my opinion. You have the red suede, you have the cork, and you have the What Does. Personally, I was collecting What Does way back when they did the 9s, and this definitely just brings back some memories. And then the corks, this brings back some memories too, and with the limited version of the cork 10s as well. And then these ones I really like just because of all the detail and all the suede patterns. It's definitely a shoe that you can be rocking on the court and off the court. And these ones are the Mamba Moments. These are really, really dope just because you can see all of the records that he has broken and that he has done, all in his accomplishment of his career. So if you guys are a big Kobe fan, I would definitely say that these are going to be going down in history.
Alright guys, so we're in the GT now. And starting it off right with the Chalk or the Cream Ultra Boost. I remember they leaked these as a 1.0 as a friends and family, and then they actually released them as a 2.0, so I'm really glad they were able to release these. Keeping the NMD theme, we have the R2 version. I really like the version, the different things they did with the patterns in the upper, as well as getting rid of the heel right here, but keeping it on the other side, so I really like that idea by Adidas. Moving on to the Jordans, we have a pair of metallic 5s right here. I'm really glad that they released these with the Nike Air. It really brought the hype back to Jordan since Adidas has been taking over recently, but overall, really executed shoe. The quality's not amazing, but it's what Jordan's been putting out. Following that shoe, we have the Kobe 2 Fade to Black. I really, really like the theme that they did with the Fade to Black pack, as well as the Kobe's, how it gets lighter to darker as the models go up. I liked it too, so I picked it up and I got it for a really good deal, so shout out to Chili Kicks. Danny actually wore these to the Kanye concert in LA when we went, and they just got mauled by the mosh pit, but overall, a great memory and awesome shoe. Another Ultra Boost we have here is this multicolor colorway. I remember when these released, they released very low profile and kind of off the radar, and just like that, they were gone. So I'm really glad we were able to pick them up for retail and not have to pay resale. Moving into kind of a higher fashion in the shoes, we have a Louis Vuitton shoe. It's a mid-top. I'm not exactly sure the exact name of it, but shout out to Just Win. I know he loves his Louis, so we picked these up. Another NMD is a tricolor. Again, I really like what Adidas did with these shoes. I like the black version a little more, but these still will do. And I like how the glitch camo does it. Just like the shoe I'm about to show you, and I'll show you right now, is the glitch camo NMD in the salmon, shrimp, whatever colorway you want to call it. This is one of my favorite shoes in my collection. Shout out to Chris for these. Yet another NMD, and the NMD that kind of put me on with Just Win. I shouted myself out for these giveaway that I had at SneakerCon, and I ended up getting a bunch of subscribers, so shout out to Just Win for giving us the opportunity again. But this is the white and gum PK colorway in a really, really clean colorway. I guess you could say these are a higher end shoe. This is the Pinnacle one. The retail price was $400, which is pretty crazy, but still really a nice shoe, and I think it's worth it, especially with like gold plating and packaging and everything you get with it. But still a really nice shoe, and I love the leather they incorporated inside of the shoe to make it even more comfortable. The only XR1 version NMD we have in the collection is this very simple colorway. I don't know the name, but the back tab and the laces are 3M, so I think it looks really nice pop with the flash. Another pair of Jordans in the collection, we have the Flu Games. These, when they released last year, made me very, very happy that I was able to pick them up. This is one of my favorite Jordans and kind of a shoe that got me into collecting, so I'm really glad we were able to get these. And yet another Jordan released a while back, but these are the Carmine 6s. I haven't got a lot of wear out of these, but I'm still really glad they're able to get picked up and that they're in the collection for such a long time. And just a really iconic shoe that you don't see every day in such good condition, so I'm really glad I was able to pick these up as well. One of my favorite Ultra Boost collabs is the High Snobiety and Ultra Boost collab. One of the cleanest colorways in my opinion. It's very simple and easy to wear. Now I know these look very similar to the wool gray Ultra Boost that released, but this is the High Snobiety, as you can see, with the hole punch tongue. So they really executed this shoe, and I'm glad I was able to not get totally killed on paying resale for this. I wasn't able to pick it up for retail, but I still really got a good deal. Another 750 in the collection is the Gum 750. Now when these released, I was very excited. I didn't think they'd actually release them. I know when they leaked pictures, everyone was getting really hyped about them, and they ended up releasing them. These were actually caught for retail, so shout out to Adidas for not screwing me over one time. I'm really glad I got these for retail, and shout out to Adidas. Now, one of the most hyped shoes in the whole collection is the Fragment 1. Shout out to Danny for picking these up. I know he didn't get them for retail. I don't think anyone got them for retail, but still a really nice shoe. The leather on these is insane, so still a really nice shoe and probably one of the most hyped kicks in the whole collection. And settling off the last shoe in the GT trunk is the OG NMD. This is the re-released pair, but still the OG colorway. I'm really glad these were able to get picked up because I didn't want to pay such a high price for the version 1, so I'm glad that they made them available again for everyone to pick up, and I'm really glad I was able to pick them up.
Alright, so the first shoe we have out of the bag is the Adidas Ultra Boost in the 1.0 OG colorway, aka the first ever Ultra Boost to ever release. Huge shout out to Danny for picking these up and adding these to the collection. These are the first Ultra Boosts to ever start all the hype, and without these, none of the other Ultra Boosts would have been released. Obviously, you have the purple heel cap, which you can never find anymore. Like we said, this is a huge come up, and this is what started all the hype, so these are going to be in the collection for a while.
Alright guys, so next out of the bag, this seems to be just another pair of turtle doves, but this is a size 7, which is also known kind of as a base size, and is a very hard shoe to come up on. Small sizes now, I've seen at least go for over 1,700. Only of the pairs I've seen, pretty much size 5 to 7 range in between those prices, so a very hard shoe to find. And Danny actually won these in a Keymaster for about $75. That was like 70 bucks out of a Keymaster. Craziest thing I've ever heard, because you're basically saving everything in between. But for such a small Yeezy, I'm really glad he was able to pick these up and find a shoe that fits his tiny little foot. But he's obviously gotten some very good wear into him, but still a very hard shoe to come up on, especially in such a small size. So very crazy. We do have another size in a size 10, which obviously fits us, but having a size 7 is just a little bit crazier. So that is the other shoe.
Alright guys, so next up, I brag about these. These are my lovers. These are my favorite shoes of all time. These are the Adidas. These are the Nike Air Yeezy 2 NRG in the red October colorway. This is what basically ended with Nike and Kanye West. This is one of my favorite shoes of all time, especially for how much hard work I put into it, how much dedication it took to be able to resell to be able to cop these. I actually picked these up at SneakerCon DC 2014, I believe, a couple of weeks after they released that Sunday when I was sitting on the toilet trying to get these, even though I didn't. Quality on them is actually really good. Please get your tongue away from them. Just the colorway itself is so bright and it just shows off so much more than the Solars would or the Platinums. And out of the 3 that I had the Solars, Platinums, and Red Octobers. I kept these because these are going to go down in history.
Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this collection video. Obviously this is something different and hopefully something you guys have never seen before. So thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to our boy Chris for letting us film some of his shoes, and also to Jace for filming for us. And also a huge shout out to Just Wynn for letting us be on the channel and putting us on the map.
Again, be sure to subscribe to B3 TV and myself, SHB Views, and to Jace as well for doing all the camera work. So we work really hard for you guys. We've been collaborating for one of the longest times. Every single time we make a video, it's a group effort, usually most of the time. All of the hard work and dedication will hopefully pay off. We're trying to get more into the community so that way we can expose ourselves to you guys, so you guys can enjoy more community from us, from Just Wynn, from other YouTube channels as well, so that way we can all come together as one big sneaker community.
Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. Make sure you guys leave a huge like on this video for Just Wynn and subscribe to him, because you know he's doing crazy stuff all the time and you guys definitely don't want to miss out on his channel, as well as B3 TV and SHB Views. And I just want to give him one more huge thank you from all of us and pretty much all of Arizona for helping put us on the map and getting us started and getting us into the sneaker game and YouTube a lot more. So without further ado, SHB Views and B3 TV out, signing out from Arizona. Thank you, Just Wynn.
Take